What's good, everybody? Welcome to Week 3 of the PrepZone Football Preview. That's Dane Young, I'm Jack Patterson, and this is the birthday boy, David Mitchell from the Ledger and Choir.
I didn't tell them to do this.
Well, there will be surprises.
So, like, do I get a present or something?
Not now.
Oh, okay.
You don't really get a present.
Okay.
Not,
Sorry.
They didn't put that in the show.
I'll give you today's version of the Ledger and Choir. If you're
that's
interested.
good.
Yeah.
Already have it, but whatever. No, that's good. That's
What do you get for the guy that's got everything?
Exactly.
true.
So let's start. And I think the most impressive thing from last week was Spencer not just beating Northside, but shutting out Northside.
Were you surprised? I mean, I thought Spencer looked good the first week, but Northside looked pretty good the first week too.
I was surprised by the defense shutting them out.
Yeah.
But like you said, with what Spencer did against Carver, Spencer's for real.
Yeah.
And Carver can't feel completely good about that game, but I mean Spencer, we have to assess that game and that it wasn't just necessarily Carver playing poorly. Spencer's a good football team.
Yeah.
I heard from a couple of people say that up front, I mean, Spencer just dominated that game up front. And
I mean, they got out to that 21-0 lead, and then they held out from there.
Yeah.
I would, if you ask Spencer, I think that they would wish that they would have gotten more offense after they got out to that 21-point lead. But just because you don't ever want to give off the impression that you're letting off the gas a little bit, didn't come back to haunt them because the defense played so well. But I mean, this is the Northside team that did put up some points already in this season, and then made the playoffs last season.
I want to know where the confidence came from for this team, where this a little bit of swagger, because they came into that swag.
Already.
Not even me.
We're not even 2 minutes into the show.
Birthday swag.
They came into that opening game against Carver, and I had heard multiple people talking about, hey, we're going to surprise you today. We're going to surprise you. And even though they didn't win the game, they surprised a lot of people with their performance. And this team they were 1-9 last year, and all of a sudden they're one. It's just one win. Let's not go crazy, but they look like a pretty good football team.
Where does it come from, right? Is that what you?
Where does that confidence come from?
Head coach, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
Yeah.
I'll go back to what you said on Twitter when you were covering the Northside Spencer game last year. This is just about a team that wants it.
Yeah.
I mean, there was one of the receivers that was dragging two Northside guys to the end zone so he could reach the ball over and get a touch, and he got it.
Yeah.
And that's wanting it. That's wanting it more than the defenders don't want you to have it.
Let's talk about this guy who picked him. He said they were the surprise. I think we got that.
I do.
And let's play the clip.
I'm going to go to 2-3A as well, but I'm not taking Jordan. Spencer will make the playoffs this year.
Oh, okay. All right.
I really like the way the Green Wave has looked in summer practices. They've been close before. The coaching staff is really experienced. They got Jason Gibson from the Lions helping them out. I really think that Spencer's offense can get it going, because Spencer's defense has always been pretty good. It's really been that offense that just can't get through that wall.
Yeah.
I think the Green Wave is going to turn some heads this year, and they're going to upset some people.
And now we're back. Good clip.
That was good. Pick. That's more work for you. Now you got to actually.
You have to edit that in there. You have to go find it.
Thank God for our new archiving system. So
shout out Bit Central.
Yeah, Eddie is Bit Central. You're awesome.
That's Inside Baseball, which is
you make my life a lot easier.
Inside Baseball reference.
I'll tell you what, though, they look good. They look
yes. Good. Going from a team that looked good last week to a team, oh boy, Carver. Here we go again. Last year, it was a close one in the marathon that seemed to never end at Memorial Stadium. This year, Creekside took them behind the woodshed.
I was surprised with that one too. Not necessarily. I mean, we knew Creekside was a good team. They beat Carver last year. It was a 2-point win. It was a close game. I was surprised at how badly Carver got beaten. I mean, 51-20, and I think 21 points allowed in the third quarter that let that game get out of hand. And the defense had looked solid in the first two games against Carver, Atlanta, and Spencer, and
Creekside's better than both of those.
Of course.
I mean, that's without a doubt.
Let's put that down. Creekside is a very good football
That's
team.
one of the best programs in the
And
state.
there would have been no shame in losing to Creekside. It's the manner in which they lost to Creekside that I think raises a few eyebrows. You know, my eyebrows at least.
You were surprised?
I was surprised by the margin.
I think.
The
See, I
deficit.
wasn't.
Really.
I wasn't at all. I have not been impressed with Carver's effort for the talent that they have. We've said it every week, and that's not a shot at Carver per se. It's saying this is kind of a trend for Carver in the last couple of years, and they're as disappointed as anybody in that.
Of course. They don't lose games by 31 points.
We all see what Carver's potential, like what their potential is, what they can do, but we're not seeing the results come from that. And maybe this is the kind of kick in the butt that they need to, when you get in the region schedule, that you just take care of business and go into the playoffs winning your region. That would be helpful. I think they need something like that.
Let me ask you this: is Carver still far and away the front runner in that region?
No.
Who's close to him?
I think LaGrange is on their heels, and that's tough to say after LaGrange's loss last week.
I'm gonna tell you this: I was at that LaGrange game, and except for the beginning of the second quarter when LaPerry and Perry really kind of took over the game, they only got one touchdown out of that. LaGrange did not look good against Spalding. And Spalding is not exactly a top flight.
I think this region has some questions to answer, period. I mean, we've seen Shaw have some
it's
trouble.
wide open.
Oh, yeah. Shaw gave up 49 points and lost.
Northside had a chance to solidify itself within the region, and then Spencer comes along and shows, you know,
I haven't seen anybody in 1-5A yet that's really just said, I'm here.
That's going to
Carver's still the most talented team.
Yeah,
they are. They're in the best position.
Personally,
but
I
they
would still put Carver number one, but I think what this does is we have an exciting region schedule with those guys.
It almost reminds me of baseball in the same region last year. We didn't know who wanted to win that region.
Exactly.
I don't know who wants to win this region this year. I don't.
I'll say this too.
It's
just the wrong year for Harris County, because if last year's Harris County team was playing this year in that region, far and away the best team.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that said, Harris County still won the region last year.
But I'm saying it wouldn't have been competitive. I mean, they would have dominated. And we'll see how Harris County grows. They're young.
Yeah,
they're so young.
They're young. I mean, and we expected that coming in, but I think there were some other teams that we expected to kind of rise a little bit that kind of have a little pause now. Kind of a little bit of pause, and that'll, like I said, that'll just make for a good region schedule.
It's going to be fun.
Yep.
It's going to be very, very fun.
You know what? We've got football this week too, though, right?
Yeah, we do. Not a lot of it in the area, though. A lot of teams on the road and off. But we got football. We'll start off with Jordan and Central Macon. And I know you wanted to talk about their quarterback, Romella Kimbrough. He's putting up some impressive numbers early in the season.
Yeah, I thought last week was kind of a coming out. I mean, we've seen him have good games, but his numbers didn't jump off the page last season. Last week, accounted for 5 touchdowns, 3 through the air, 2 on the ground.
Wow.
I think he had over 200 yards passing, over 100 yards rushing. I mean, that was the type of that's the type of game we can expect from him sometimes.
The Jordan offense has been really good all season.
Yeah.
Except for, I'd say, maybe one quarter against Columbus.
Yep.
Where they struggled and they got too far behind. Their defense, they had all kinds of problems. The fact that Hardaway almost came back and got into that game when they shouldn't have. Jordan's offense is as good as I can remember it seeing in my time covering Jordan.
Still worth noting, Marcus Wright is still not playing on that defense, so that's going to make a difference. But you know, you put Romella Kimbrough is such a big player. He's such a load to bring down. He can run the ball, and he's proving now that he's starting to grow as a passer as well. And look, I mentioned this to you. They're 1-1 right now. They got a game against Central Macon that they lost last year, but if they win this game, that would put them at 2-1. That doesn't sound like a big deal. I'm going to give.
But tell us why it is.
I'm going to give some context. Okay, I've got it written down here. They have only had 4 winning records since their last winning season in 1993. They were 2-1 in 2009, 2-1 in 2008, 5-4 in 1995 and 4-3 in 1994. Since then, I mean, that's it. Those are the only times they've had winning records.
Shout out for that research. Look at you going back into the
I do my work.
archives of the 90s.
I do my work.
Was Space Jam on while you were doing this?
Probably.
Okay.
But 2-1, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is, especially when you think of how far this program has come.
Let's think about it.
They lost over 20 games in a row a few years ago.
That's what I was just getting ready to bring up. I was at the game where Jordan broke that losing streak. I think it was 29 games in a row or something like that.
Yeah.
So we're not that far off removed, less than 2 years. And to see coming from that to where they are right now is a pretty huge jump.
I'm going to make you work a little bit more because I want it documented that I did pick Jordan as my big surprise to make.
It was on the same show, Mitch.
Let's take a look at the clip.
Let's look at the clip. My bold prediction, and this is going to be bold because they're going to be missing a guy for a couple of weeks here. I think Jordan's going to make the playoffs this year.
It's a solid choice.
I think Jordan is going to get in as the number 4 team in Region 2-3A. It's got talent. Doesn't have a ton of depth, but the front line, it's got Romello Kimbrough back at quarterback, Marcus Wright, who's going to miss a few weeks to start the year, but should be back for region play. They have some talent. So
Return the whole offensive line.
Yeah.
Focusing on running the ball this year. Yeah,
I think that could be, it could be their turn. We've seen Kendrick, Spencer get up there. Maybe Jordan's turn this year.
Yeah, that's a good.
All right, and we're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jack?
Than's Jack.
Hey, by the way, congratulations on your pick. Congratulations on your pick. Congratulations on your pick.
Thank you. Who's your pick?
Hi. What did I pick?
I don't remember.
I can't remember. It's in that first Dane's World that you did in your apartment somewhere.
Yeah, there was a alpaca or llama behind me.
And a Survivor poster that you pulled from somewhere in the back rooms of WRBL.
But all that said, I think Jordan's to be commended for that game. But again, it's only one win. But if they can do it this week, that'll be a big deal.
If we talk about Jordan, and I didn't give a shout out to my boy Jameer Payne, who is their starting left guard. His older brother Jerron runs cameras here and shoots the prep zone for us. So. Good looking out. That is one of Romello's guys in front of him. That's
give those hog mollies some attention.
Give them some love. Give them some love, man.
They need love.
Yep. They don't get it enough.
Well, you got it now.
They're the real blue-collar workers.
We'll see you Friday night. Last game we're covering. It's our Friday night tailgate game of the week. Mm-hmm. It is, and I think we're going to start saying this again. It is another huge 4 single-A matchup. Dooley County coming to Buena Vista to face your favorite team, your favorite player.
I don't have favorites except for the player. I don't have a favorite team.
Okay,
favorite player, Lorenzo Smothers.
My fault. Not favorite team, but favorite player.
We're going to show a highlight of Lorenzo Smothers running now.
And I'm a completely balanced reporter, so.
I'm balanced, but Lorenzo's awesome. He is.
Lorenzo is awesome. You got to give him credit.
We should talk about
Tell us something nice about Lorenzo.
He's awesome.
Okay.
Anyway, Marion, Dooley, our Friday night tailgate game of the week. Huge 4 single-A matchup, and I've talked to you about this, and we kind of discussed that this might be the game for the region championship this year.
In the past 2 years in this region, the 2 teams that have been closest to knocking off Marion County are Hawkinsville and Dooley.
Yep.
Hawkinsville is not as good this year. They lost a ton of seniors. So Hawkinsville, I don't think will compete with Marion, especially like they did last year. Dooley is probably the next highest contender this side of Pacelli, which I know you guys are really high on Pacelli. And based on what Pacelli's done so far, they're in the hunt for sure.
Don't forget, Pacelli only lost to Marion County 24-21 last year.
They should have won that game last year.
So they were right in it too. But we're talking about Dooley. And
Dooley County, for people, I mean, it's near Cordele. Montrevious Adams, I believe, went to that high school from Auburn. So they've got a lineage of good football players and really giving some teams in 1A just a run for their money. I think Marion is more dominant. I think they're a better football team. I don't think Marion's going to struggle too much with them, but I know Mike Swaney's not going to let his players think that.
Yeah. The thing with Dooley, I saw him at Pacelli last year. I don't know if you got a chance to see Dooley last year, but they're a big football team. They're bigger than most teams.
I mean, let's just be honest about it. It's that whole Georgia kind of, I think, stereotype about the country boys that play football are bigger. There's
And
some
we're
big
talking
boys.
size. We're not talking numbers that
Yeah.
are on the team.
No,
They got
these
some
guys
big
are
boys.
huge.
And
You're not going to run over Dooley
Yeah,
County.
and I know they
You might
lo-
run around them.
They
Yeah, you're
lost
not gonna
some
run
guys. They lost some guys, but some of those guys, the quarterback is still there.
Yeah.
Running back, I believe, is still there. So,
But
there's
they
still
don't have
talent
Lorenzo
football.
Smothers.
That's true.
Exactly.
Do you know who does have Lorenzo Smothers?
Marion County.
Marion County.
So, I'm with you. I agree. I think Marion County's got to be the favorite in this game. Here's where the key's going to come in. And shameless plug, I had a story about him earlier this week.
In the Ledger Inquirer.
Quarterback Quintez Battle, Debo is his nickname. He's
Yeah.
first-year starter. He's a sophomore. He got some playing time last year, and we saw he's a really athletic guy. We've talked about him a little bit on here, but this is an opportunity, where Lorenzo's gonna take you a long way, but I think there's an opportunity to see where Battle is in his progression as a quarterback and whether he can.
We've already seen it too.
Yeah, sure.
We've seen highlights of you fake to Lorenzo, and that opens up the rest of the field
Yeah.
because of the attention that he commands. And that's smart coaching. That's a player understanding. Okay, there's opportunities for me
Right.
too.
Right. And that offense is, complete in every way. Their offensive line's experienced. Smothers does what Smothers does.
Yeah.
Run for touchdowns.
Yeah. So, and the defense is very experienced defense as well.
It's a testament to what Mike Swaney has built, and they're
going to be good for year in year out.
I believe their middle school team went undefeated last
Yeah.
year.
And let's think about this.
That's a program.
Let's think about this. Mike Swaney has not been at Marion County long.
Yeah, right.
Long enough to build a program, though.
Yeah,
enough
he's
to build
built
a
that program in a relatively short amount of time, per se.
Right.
And a lot of it's because, if you're out of practice, which, we've been there, he commands so much respect from his players. Every single one of them would run through a wall for Mike Swaney.
Yeah.
And that's because of his character and then how hard he works to get them ready.
That's what I was going to say about Battle, too, is young, yes, unseasoned, yes, inexperienced, yes. But when I was out there at practice, he is watching Mike Swaney intently, listening to him, taking it all in, growing, learning, becoming, and he's replacing a great quarterback in Dustin Eckert, but he's really come along, and I think this is a great opportunity to see how far he's come and whether that offense is complete.
I think we all agree we're going to have a date here between Marion County and Pacelli. That's going to be a massive
I think
game.
that's in a couple weeks,
But
actually.
to get to that point, Marion does have to take care of business. And I think we all agree Marion was probably better than Hawkinsville last year. But they didn't end up winning the state championship.
Yeah.
And so sometimes the team that has the most talent doesn't always win.
Yeah.
And so Marion is the hunted, and they will be for a long time, I think, in 1A football.
Yeah.
And
At least
so
until your boy gets out of there.
his brother's a ninth grader.
Oh, no.
He is.
There's
We
another
got-
Smothers.
We got 4 more years of Smothers, yeah.
Oh, man. I feel sorry for everybody in 4 single A now.
Yep.
So, as said, Marion County and Dooley County is our Friday night tailgate game of the week. Chief Meteorologist Bob Jeswald, he'll be down at Eagle Stadium in Buena Vista during our 5 and 6 o'clock newscast.
And Eagles people, they show up, man.
Oh, yeah.
They're awesome.
The Eagles people love you down there in Buena Vista.
true.
They did last year.
That's true.
David Reese, did they have a banner or something?
Yeah, they had signs for all of us.
Totally picking favorites,
We can see
Dan.
when we go down there.
If I see a fake Bob Jeswald head out in Marion County, I'm going to bust out laughing.
Marion County, make it happen.
Please.
Bob Jeswald.
Please, make that happen. What?
Buena Vista.
I wish I had a
Buena
camera on
Vista,
Bob
rock
right
and
now.
roll.
He's behind the camera dancing.
I can flip the camera. if you
Please
want.
flip the camera.
Flip the camera.
No, he's coming over here
Come on,
again.
Bob.
There we go.
Oh,
Stars
no.
and play, and I thought you guys said they built this program.
Yeah.
So we want to build it.
Oh,
This city.
no.
Here we go.
There you go.
Marion County, ready? Let's go, Marion County. You are the hunted.
Hey, by the way, it's his birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank
Happy
you.
birthday, David Mitchell.
Yeah, funny fact, I think VH1 named this the worst song of all time.
It really was. That's why I threw it. I thought, what is Starship's blunders? But it was. I just thought of it when you guys were saying building the team.
I want to put my mic at the speaker.
Was to at least see the wonderful world of Pacelli coming back and hunting the hunted.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think would be great.
Gotta love that.
Right, there he is. There he comes. There he goes.
Oh, no. David?
I swear. It's
David?
Conan O'Brien over there.
It's his birthday here today, too.
David?
It's better than this.
Whoa!
Oh my God! What are you doing?
No, sir. What are we doing here?
This is better than Stephen Colbert, right? I was just saying that.
We've lost all control of the show. Dave's running the camera. This is stupid. Dave, put us back on a regular camera shot, please.
Golly, when did this turn into like an 80s music?
This is turned into like a party or something. I don't know what has happened.
An 80s music video. My
I
goodness.
think 80s music videos actually look like. Get some effects for that.
Move back into the shot here, Jeff.
Yeah, Dame sprained the shot, so now I have to get in closer. So, oh gosh. Friday Night Tailgate.
Happy birthday, buddy. It's in sync. Happy birthday. There goes Jack.
We've lost it. I'll sign off. Go out and see the football games. Follow me on Twitter at @LEPrepSports, at Dane Young, at WRBL Sports, at J Patterson TV, and we'll
He's
be at the
back.
games. See you Friday.
And happy birthday if it's your birthday like him.
You know this is taped. This is gonna hit the site like 2 days after his birthday, right? Y'all go enjoy the games. I don't know what else to say at this point. Thanks for. If they don't kick us off the air, join us for week 4 of the PrepZone football preview.
My backup was 2 Chainz.